And we've been talking about titles so far today and everything that goes along with it. And, you know, I'm sure you've got a lot of great stories when it comes to the title and clearing it and all that kind of stuff that...
Oh, I could probably fill your whole show with stories.
Which sometimes it's like it's always good if that belongs to somebody else, but you don't want it to belong to you.
You don't, but I'll tell you what, if you do have an issue that comes up, if you're working with the right title company and the right professionals, there's nothing that's insurmountable in title.
Is there anything new in the title realm or anything
Well,
recently?
I mean, not recently new. I mean, obviously last October we had the changes with the TRID and the closing disclosure forms, which we successfully have trained a lot of the realtors that we work with and mortgage professionals we work with to make sure that we're explaining this to the consumers correctly. The other big change was this January with the FERPA withholding for foreign national sellers. It's increased from 10% to 15% withholding on any profits from sales.
We've got these 9 buyer traps, and the first one is buying blind is what the buyer trap is. And what that means is basically that you don't know how much you should offer on a home. So when it comes to that, you know, we actually help you with that. We'll look at what's happened in the neighborhood because that's always the best way to find out.
Exactly.
And then we'll actually go through and we'll compare, is this one better or worse, and come down to that this is actually a good price. And then the next thing that comes up is buying the wrong home. And you know, what it comes to is that a lot of times people think that they want something in a home and they end up with something else, and everybody says, oh, they just didn't know what they were talking about. No, they just didn't know what was out there. You know, it is a process of going through and actually finding the right home. And then the next thing that comes into James' area is to make sure that there is clear title, because the thing that is a trap that could be unclear title.
That's correct. And that's part of what we do. Once we receive a contract with the information, we immediately run a title search on that property. We get all the information, gather it, and we have our examiners examine the title documents. We review things, and we prepare a title commitment. And that's what we hand to the buyers and the sellers so that they can see clearly everything that's on title, whether it's a prior owner lien, an open mortgage, a tax lien, any of that stuff we want to disclose right up front so that we can get to clearing them prior to closing.
And the next one that is making sure that you have an accurate survey. And this is another thing that the title company helps us get the survey.
And that's very, very important. Believe it or not, a lot of times people will do things to their home and their property, such as add a shed or a fence or swimming pool, and they don't properly use a survey. They don't properly get it done, you know, maybe by a licensed contractor or someone who's going to review it. And they either do something like an encroachment onto a neighbor's property, or they build something to an easement or right-of-way on their property. And when we reviewed the title along with any of the easements or right-of-ways, we compare that with the survey to see if anything is encroaching on it.